everyone. Okay, so we're going to do our next week EFT and aroma point therapy, and this week it's going to be for sleep. So there can be lots of different reasons why people don't get to sleep at night. A lot of it can be mind racing, you go to lie down and all these thoughts come into your head, or it could be worries about what you have to do tomorrow or your to-do list, or maybe worries about, things that have happened in the past, or it could be, physical. So it might be the case that you've had a lot of caffeine that day and your system is still buzzing, because it takes quite a long time for caffeine to get out of your system. And I know personally I'd be quite sensitive to caffeine or alcohol as well, if people have had alcohol before going to bed and things like that. So it's really a case of getting to know your body. I have friends who can drink a cup of coffee after a meal in the evening and sleep no problem. So it depends on you and your sensitivities. So what we're going to do for the EFT for sleep is go through a few different rounds, and they'll be focusing on different things like what's coming into your head or sensations you're feeling. Maybe you lie down in bed and you start getting all tense, or you can feel your neck and shoulders are tense, or you're lying there worrying, that you don't get to sleep and this isn't going to happen for you, and your head can go off on a tangent. So the rounds that we'll do will just work through the different kind of thoughts and feelings and sensations and things or images that come into our heads when we're trying to go to sleep. It's one that you can do literally as you're going to settle down, just to clear your brain and clear your energy from whatever you have been carrying around. I wouldn't go into doing tapping into deep work. So say if there's a memory or some sort of trauma that comes up for you, before going to bed isn't a great time to try and work through that, because your head might still be spinning on it a little bit. But this EFT for sleep itself is helpful for when you're going to bed. Maybe do it, downstairs, and try not to have that association as much as possible with your bed and not being able to go to sleep. But you could do this before you go up and settle down. So have a little think into, whether sleep is something, or bed is something that you associate with not being able to get to sleep in. If that's a connection that you have there automatically, and we'll try and clear through that. So the places we're going to kind of look at it is different rounds on your emotions, thoughts and beliefs, body sensations, actions or things we do or don't do, and imagery that comes into our minds. So with the emotions, we'll start with first. So is there an emotion? Do you feel dread or fear if you're going to go to sleep at night? The thoughts that you're going to be up all night, would you get quite anxious when you're heading to bed? Rate it out of 10. 0 to 10, just so you can see whether this has helped or whether you need to go back over it again with the thoughts of going to bed. And we'll start tapping on the side of the hand. Okay, so even though I'm feeling anxious about going to bed tonight, right here, right now, I'm okay. And even though I have all this fear in my body, when I think about trying to go to sleep tonight, right here, right now, I know I'm safe. Even though this anxiety is showing up, just thinking about going to bed, it's okay. I'm going to do the best that I can. Okay, top of the head. This anxiety that I'm feeling, just on the eyebrow. This anxiety in my chest, my body. Remember, you switch in your own words if these aren't ringing true for you. Side of the eye. So much fear in my body. Onto the eye. This fear around getting to sleep this evening. Onto the nose. All this fear and anxiety that shows up. Chin. All this dread. Collarbone. Just the fleshy bit under the bone here. Just thinking about heading up to bed. Onto the arm. Knowing that I most likely won't get to sleep. And the wrist. All this dread. Fleshy part, side of the nails there. All this anxiety in my chest. All this panic. All these feelings that come up when I think about going to bed. So much anxiety in my chest and my head. All of this anxiety. Okay, take a deep breath in. Release it. Okay, so we're going to do a round on what happens to the body sensations, like palpitations, maybe tight chest muscles, butterflies in your stomach, whatever they are. Okay, it's the side of the hand. Even though I have this tension in my neck and shoulders, just thinking about going to bed, knowing that I'm not going to get to sleep. Right here, right now, I'm okay. Even though I can feel it in the pit of my stomach, knowing that I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight. Right here, right now, I'm safe. And even though I can feel the palpitations coming on at the thoughts of lying awake in bed tonight because I'm not able to go to sleep, and that's okay. Okay, top of the head. All this tension in my body, eyebrow. This tension in my shoulders and my neck, side of the eye. I can feel it in the pit of my stomach, onto the eye. Feeling palpitations in my chest, onto the nose. All this tightness in my chest, chin. Just the possibility that I can't sleep. Collarbone. All this tension. Onto the arm. My muscles are tight. Wrist. I can't seem to relax myself. The more I focus on it, the worse it gets. I can feel my body tensing up. So much stress in my muscles. So much tightness. So much unease. Okay. Breath in. Okay. So we're going to move on to what your mind is saying to you. What your mind's actually telling you about going to sleep, because we run these stories in our minds and go into these tangents. Okay, side of the hand. Even though my mind doesn't believe that it'll be able to get to sleep tonight, it says, why do you even bother? You're never going to be able to get to sleep. Right here, right now, I am safe. Even though just thinking about going to bed, my mind is telling me, no way. I'm not going to let you sleep tonight. I'm thinking about my to-do list. All the things I have to do tomorrow. It's not possible for my body to fall asleep. Right here, right now, I am safe. Even though my mind always finds the highlights of my most embarrassing moments to run through as I try to go to sleep, I wonder if it's possible to put all my worries down on paper first so that my mind will let me sleep. Okay, top of the head. It might not be possible for me to sleep tonight. Eyebrow. My mind might not let me sleep. Side of the eye. It might not be possible for me to sleep tonight. Into the eye. But I wonder if it's possible for my mind to know that it's safe for me to sleep tonight. It's okay for me to sleep tonight. It's safe in my bed. I can pick up where I left tomorrow. It's okay for me to go to sleep. I'm allowed to get some sleep. I deserve to get some sleep. I can relax into sleep. It's safe for me to sleep. Okay, deep breath again. Okay, and for people, some people have a lot of imagery in their minds. So for anyone that gets these images that flash into their head when they're trying to go to sleep, this is round for you. Side of the hand. Even though I have this image that pops into my head and I can't get to sleep, right here, right now, I'm safe. Even though I have this image of me lying here all night, unable to sleep, right here, right now, I'm okay. And even if I have this image popping into my head of me unable to sleep, and it's not letting me wind down and rest, right here, right now, I'm safe. Top of the head. It's okay for me to relax. This image of me wide awake is stuck in my head. It's getting me all worked up. I'm so fed up with the constant drama of getting to sleep. Why can't I just sleep? Switch off. I don't want these images in my head. Why can't I just go to sleep? Maybe I can let my mind settle. Maybe I don't need to have this constant movie or pictures flooding into my brain. What if I could unwind with ease at night? That's an image I'd be happy to have in my mind and my reality. It's okay to unwind. It's okay to go to sleep. It's safe for me to go to sleep. Okay, deep breath again. Okay, this round we're going to do on actions or omissions. So what are you subconsciously are you using to avoid going to bed? So whether it's watching one more episode of whatever series you're stuck into, or a few more pages of your book that turns into a few chapters, or things, just staying up and chatting when really you need to go to bed, but part of you doesn't want to go and have to deal with lying there awake. Okay, so even though I just want to stay awake and watch TV because I know I'm not going to be able to get to sleep, that's okay. Right here, right now, I'm safe. Even though all I want to do is stay up and watch crap TV because I know it's going to distract me from the lack of sleep, right here, right now, I know I'm safe. Tap that. I want to avoid bed. Eyebrow. I just want to watch one more episode. Side of the eye. Because I know I'm not going to get any sleep anyway. Under the eye. So I want to stay up and watch TV. Under the nose. Or maybe I'm staying up chatting and reading my book. But it is okay for me to go to sleep. Collarbone. It's safe for me to sleep. Under the arm. Maybe my nervous system can allow this tapping to release the built-up stress. The wrist. Maybe there's a way I can relax and get to sleep without all the tossing and turning. Finger. I'm choosing to let go of all of this anxiety in my body now. I'm releasing any fear I may have around getting to sleep. I'm choosing to let go of any dread that I feel about getting to sleep tonight. I'm releasing all the muscle tension that's built up over the day. I'm choosing to relax my muscles that tensed up with the thoughts of trying to get to sleep. Bed. I'm releasing all these thoughts that pop into my mind. I'm choosing to relax my muscle that are all tensed up. Side of the eye. I'm releasing these thoughts that pop into my mind. I choose to release all the unwanted thoughts and images that have been keeping me up at night. I choose to move now and turn off the TV. My day tomorrow will go so much better and brighter when I have a good night's sleep. My delay in sleep isn't going to help me. I deserve a good night's sleep. I have permission to sleep well. I'm worthy of getting a good night's sleep and having a rested body in the morning. It's possible for me to get a good night's sleep. I allow my mind to switch off. It's okay to unwind. It's safe to sleep. It'll all seem better in the morning when I'm well rested. I deserve to get a good night's sleep. I'm worthy of rest. I am safe. Okay, take a deep breath in. And just tune into how you're feeling. How are you feeling about the thoughts of going to bed tonight? Probably do this in the evening before you go to bed rather than in the morning. Are you feeling more relaxed? Do you feel more hopeful about going to bed and actually being able to get to sleep? Hopefully you're not like me and on holidays with a husband who's snoring because he's had his head in the sea all day and his sinuses are blocked. Hence my bags under my eyes. There's no tapping for that. Let me know how you get on. The Aroma Point therapy oil that we're going to use is lavender or vetiver. Just the center point of the wrist here. So just where your wrist bends in the crease, that's heart 7, just in the middle there. And you have it on both sides. And lavender, obviously great for sleep. Not for everybody though. So there's about 10% of the population that lavender actually has the opposite effect. My daughter being one of them. So lavender makes them bing wide awake. So if that's you, vetiver is a fab alternative. Vetiver is actually, I love lavender, but vetiver is one that I use for unwinding. It's really deeply grounding. It comes from a root of a kind of a type of grass. The roots go really, really deep down. They use it to stop soil erosion and stuff like that. But it's a really grounding oil. It smells very earthy. So when you're first smelling it, it's very earthy. And it's very thick and gloopy. So do dilute it. Literally drop between, and you can hold your wrists like that, just to hold it in place for 1 to 3 minutes. Just close your eyes, take a few breaths, be mindful, and hopefully have a good night's rest. See you next week.